Hey there, this is Coach Bill with Meditate School of Mindfulness, and I am here for a little mindful moment. I want to talk to you today a little bit about how so many people just feel stuck. We feel stuck in our life. We feel stuck in what's going on around us, stuck in our circumstances. We just get in this space where life just seems stuck. We're stuck, right? The challenge is, how do we break out of that space of feeling stuck? We all get there. We get there over and over and over through our lifetime. It's just bringing that into awareness is what's so important. Sometimes we get so stuck in our head that it just prolongs that period of being stuck in that space. So every time I'm coaching somebody or I work with somebody, they're asking, how do I move into living the life that I truly deserve, or living a life that I love? Embracing passion and whatever it is you truly want to focus on your life. And the first step is to come to that place where you become self-aware of what's truly going on the messages that you're telling yourself over and over again. We get into this space where we feel stuck. But once we get in that space of feel stuck, we tell the story over and over and over again about why we can't do this, why we're stuck in this space, why everything's wrong in the world, or whatever it is. We tell ourselves that story over and over and over again, and we get stuck in the small stuff. We get stuck in the fact that perhaps we feel if we lose 10 pounds, we'd be happy. Or if I take a vacation, my life would be different. Or I need a break. Something like that. We keep telling ourselves these things. Or, man, I'm stuck in around these people I don't like, or in a job I don't love, or whatever it is. We get stuck and we keep reinforcing that storyline. The secret, it's not really a secret. The way to get through that is to become aware of the fact that these mostly are stories that we're telling ourselves. We do get stuck, but we have the ability to break out of that stuck. We just have to sit and become self-aware. Become self-aware of the fact we keep telling ourselves these stories over and over again. What we are doing is we're listening to the ego side of our mind that's trying to protect us from taking risks, from confronting the fear, from being courageous, from recognizing that courage really is fear walking and moving forward. The ego mind wants us to be safe and comfortable and hold us in this space of whatever it is. The ego mind likes us to be kind of stuck, because deep down inside, we're reinforcing these messages that perhaps I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy, or I'm not smart enough, or I'm whatever it is. All these messages we keep telling ourselves. The ego side of our mind wants to keep us feeling safe. And once we get in that space where we're telling ourselves that over and over again, that's what we're manifesting in our life. The energy that we're putting out, that negative energy, is reinforced, because what we put out comes back to us, a lot of times unintentionally. We're not intending to put out that negative energy. We want to rise above it. We just don't recognize that we have the power to do it by listening to the other side of ourselves, connecting to the wisdom part of ourselves, listening to that inner voice that goes beyond what's going on up here, but's going on down here. That's what we have to focus on. We have to tell ourselves that we are capable. We have to change the story instead of telling ourselves what's wrong with us, with ourselves. So the first step to do that is to sit down and reflect, whether it's meditation, whether it's reflecting, whether it's just taking a few moments and paying attention to that story. Write it down. Write down that message that when you look in the mirror that say, I need to lose 10 pounds. I need to do this thing. That when I'm sitting there thinking about what I want to do with my life, what is that message that you're telling yourself? Write it down. Put it on a piece of paper and keep that list. And then review that list. Bring it into awareness. Once we see what it is, then we can say, is that really true? Question it. Question over and over again. Question, is losing 10 pounds really going to make me happy? It might be. It'll make you feel better, but maybe that's not the long-term solution. Question, why? Why do I feel like I'm stuck? Why do I feel like I need to do this thing or that thing to find happiness? Is it really true? When we become self-reflecting, doesn't mean we just look at ourselves in the mirror. It means we listen to the messages that we're telling ourselves. We listen to those messages and ask if they're true, and understand that what we practice grows stronger. So if we practice repeating that message over and over and over again through our life, it gets stronger. And no wonder we're stuck. So many times those messages are just excuses. They're excuses that are stopping us from living a life of purpose and meaning because we need to confront the fear of failure. We might not succeed on the first try. We might not get what we want when we take that risk. But you know what? We won't get it if we don't take the risk. We will never grow if we don't take a step back and say, what is it that I want to be doing? What am I practicing today? So we make a decision to look at this list, to reflect on the message we're telling ourselves. Whether it's a message we're telling ourselves about our job, our relationships, the lack of love in our life, the feeling that I need to do something great, I need to do something, whatever it is, look at that list and ask yourself if it's true. And ask yourself, am I putting more energy into that thing on my list than I am on moving forward? The first step to transformation is coming to a place of acceptance. I accept that I'm telling myself this story. I bring it into awareness and then I start questioning it. The practice of mindfulness should awaken a curiosity that we tend to have turned off as we got older. Stop asking questions. Stop saying why. Why? Turn it back on. Ask why. Why am I telling myself this thing over and over and over again? Why? And is it really true? Is it just some voice that I'm carrying from the past? Is it just that person who long ago told me I wasn't smart enough or good enough? Is it some message that I told myself? Is it something that I see around me? Is it really true? Am I really stuck? Is the world such a terrible place? Is this all there is? If you start digging, you'll start to find the answers. And eventually you start turning off that ego mind. It's still there. You can turn it down a little bit more and start turning up that wisdom, that intuition, that inner voice of love and compassion and kindness and strength and hope. That's how we shift. We make a decision to change the story, to question the story that we're telling ourselves. And then we make that decision. And once we start making the decision to say, I do want this thing. I do see myself living that life. I do see this new thing for myself. I am strong enough. I am worthy. I am powerful. I am. The two most important words that you ever tell yourself, I am, and what you put after them becomes the reality. What you tell yourself over and over and over again becomes your life. That's the story. So what's the story you're telling yourself? Do you want to change your life? Do you want to see true transformation? Start asking what's going on. Bring it into awareness. Why? Why am I telling myself? Start telling a new story. Start seeing a life of purpose and meaning, and start focusing on what it is you truly want. And what's the story you're telling yourself about that? That's my mindful moment for today. Do with it what you will, but I trust it will bring you some good. Thank you.